Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into Grand Voyage over at Arlong Park versus Arlong for the level 5 Grand Voyage. Now, in this particular Grand Voyage, it is by far the worst Grand Voyage that we'd seen in a very long time. So if you guys have been keeping up with this series, with the tier list, breaking down the best units to bring for each level 5, this one has hit the point of the most restrictive that we'll be seeing in a very long time for these tier lists. Obviously, once we get towards the back end, it does get very restrictive. But right now, at Arlong Park against Arlong, there's only 2 teams that can actually get it done. So, unlike the other videos I've done in this tier list, I am going to include another tier for level 3. Because otherwise, we're just going to literally be talking about like 7 units and kind of defeats the whole purpose of the actual video, right? But if you guys are a newer player and a mid-game player moving into the end-game echelons and can't get this done, do not stress, because it is an incredibly annoying, incredibly restrictive Grand Voyage. Most of them are, but this one, you need to bring a mono-dexed, mono-cerebral team that has a Nami on it. Now, there's not a lot of like Namis that work exceptionally well for this. However, there is 2 teams, like I said, that do work exceptionally well. And in today's video, we're going to talk about those particular teams, some level 3 options for you guys, and the best way to run it. Now, I'm going to be looking at all these characters at their max potential, level limit break max, limit break expansion, all that fun stuff. If they have buffed abilities and whatever, we're going to be looking at them in their most powerful state. But I will talk about some units if they aren't, and the best way to actually get things done if you don't have them maxed out. But if you enjoy the video, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. With that said, let's talk about Grand Voyage level 5 over at Arlong Park. Alright, so here we go. We got some tiers. Obviously, like, these are the best characters to bring at the top here. We have elites, which are going to be like your elite units. The elite characters, like I said, there is only 2 teams really that can get it done. Actually, I think there's 3 teams. I think I saw a Forest do a team. But look, at the end of the day, they pretty much use all of the same characters. But look, these elite characters are going to be the ones that probably need a little bit less investment and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame because this content, it needs, I don't know what it needs, but man, it needs something. As for level 3, like, this is the new tier I've included. These characters are going to be very good to get level 3 done. Because I believe you just need to bring a mono cerebral team or maybe mono dex team. You don't need the Nami requirements, so you don't need the, what's it called? Requirements. Great options. They're going to be great options for your level 3 as well. Can use, again, like that's again for level 3. And then don't bother, obviously, is don't bother. So we have all of the dex cerebral characters here. There is one free-to-play character that works exceptionally well that I'm going to talk about as well. He's going to find his way onto the list as well. But as for the don't bother, as you guys will see here, like, this is like real harsh. Like, it's a lot of characters that, like, you just kind of don't want to bother with. And it's a shame, because, I mean, I think you're okay. And it's a shame, because, like, there's not a lot of options anyway, and then to see this many don't bothers, that are all legends, by the way, it's kind of whatever. As for can use, I think Rayleigh Gaban you can use for level 3. They are definitely an option. As for Carrot and Nami, and Robin, I'm going to put them on can use, because I feel like in the future when we get a breakthrough, they're going to be characters you want to look at, because they are Nami units, obviously. So just be mindful of that. Don't bother. As for level 3 great options, Robin Koala is fantastic. Crocodile is a fantastic option as well. So if you're looking at sort of great option characters for level 3, and I feel like this Law is probably a great option for level 3 as well. So these units here are all going to be like your level 3 characters. I'm not putting in anything in level 3. It's just to separate the tiers, where this is actually level 5. So, as for elite characters for level 5, the first character for elite is Carrot and Wanda. The reason they're elite is because I did see SubConsi do a team with them with a level 12 ship, and they were the actual captain. So, they do find their way into their elite category. They're not a character that you're going to need to max out, and a character that you're definitely going to need to bring to make the teams work. But if you are using that subconscious team, you are going to need that particular character. Another team, as I mentioned, that I saw was from Forest, and he actually used Shank's Buggy as a sub, and then Katakuri Oven as a friend captain. He still had the level limit breaks of all the other characters we'll talk about in the best tier. But these are two different characters that he actually had for this particular team. Another elite character is this particular Law. He is exceptional for the original team that actually gets it done. He has like a captain swap mechanic, and he can give damage reduction and do some fun stuff there. But as mentioned, with some of these other teams that have come out with stuff like Conti's Carrot Wanda team, and stuff like Forest's Shanks Buggy and Katakuri Oven team, the Law wasn't required. But as for the main team, he's actually there, and he's a free-to-play character, so he's one of the characters you're going to be able to get to level 150. As for the other character we have, it's Vivi Rebecca V2. I'm so close to putting them in the best, but like I said, Forest did replace them, so if they are replaceable in the team, I just can't see them as being the best characters to bring. So unfortunately, I am going to have to put Vivi Rebecca V2 as an elite character, not the best characters to bring, but the best three characters that you want to bring are these three right here. First of all, we have Hiyori. Hiyori is a must. If you don't have Hiyori, don't bother. You need Hiyori, otherwise you can't get it done. She starts the quest with Wano Orbs. You use her special to lock Wano Orbs. You get locked on turn 1. Basically, every single team I've pretty much seen has carried Wano Orbs from the start to the finish, because every other orb is unfavorable or not matching or does less damage. So if you don't have Hiyori, it's just not doable. She's one of the best characters for Grand Voyage over at Shellstown. So hopefully you guys already had her maxed out from that particular quest. But yeah, she's exceptional for this fight. Like, it's just exceptional. The next character is level limit break 5, Rayleigh. Whether you have him level limit break 5 or not, I do think he's essential to be max level limit break. He can use stuff like the Crocus support, which is very, very good. Plus, you can actually use the Bug Stall strat if you guys are lacking a lot of attack cotton candy and investment in particular units. And that way you don't need the Crocus support to get around the burn on turn 1. But ideally, like, you pop the Rayleigh special turn 1, which is absolutely ludicrous for a piece of content. But this is where stuff does get a little bit more challenging for these particular restrictive events. But Rayleigh, he's essential. You pretty much have to bring him. Every team I've seen has him on it, and he's basically just a must bring. But the best character, the best of the best, is Nami. Just like Hiyori, Nami is like essential to run, because you need to bring a Nami to get level 5 done, but most teams actually use 2 Namis, and one of the Namis you do want to be level limit break and limit break expanded, whether you're using her as a friend captain for that, or using your own as a captain. You really need to make sure that you have Nami limit break expanded. She gets a buff captain ability. It helps out with damage. It's very, very powerful, and it's basically a must bring to get this content done. But remember, this is like the most annoying of Grand Voyages that we've seen up until this particular point. As of right now of me filming this on the 18th of the 3rd. And it's weird, because the next one that I'm about to record against Arlong Park versus Luffy, it's just way more bearable than this. But look, with the restrictions of the deck Cerebral, having to bring a Nami, and the way that they built the content, it is very annoying. But don't stress, because there are a couple teams out there that can get it done. And hopefully you guys can put something together to get the actual level 5 done. But remember, the rewards aren't really worth it, so if you do need to keep building your account, don't stress. And if you are a mid to end game, like a mid moving into end game or a new player, just let these units come to you, and then you can start looking at maxing it out then. But hopefully this video helps you guys out, and if it does, make sure to go down there, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.